The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. This highlights the responsibility of the wise to participate in governance. Knowledge is the food of the soul. This underscores the importance of intellectual nourishment and the pursuit of understanding. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. This points to the positive impact of virtuous behavior. There will be no end to the troubles of states, or indeed of humanity itself, till philosophers become kings in this world, or till those we now call kings and rulers really and truly become philosophers, and political power and philosophy thus come into the same hands. Another variation on the philosopher-king theme, emphasizing the need for this union to solve societal problems. The beginning is the most important part of the work. This highlights the significance of foundations and starting points, applicable in various contexts. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body, but knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. This emphasizes the importance of willing engagement in learning. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. This underscores the lasting impact of early education. Our object in the construction of the state is the greatest happiness of the whole, and not that of any one class. This highlights the utilitarian aim of Plato's ideal state, focusing on the well-being of all citizens. The soul of man is immortal and imperishable. This reflects Plato's belief in the enduring nature of the soul, a key concept in the Republic. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. This offers practical wisdom on managing emotions. The excessive increase of anything causes a reaction in the opposite direction. This suggests a principle of balance and the dangers of extremes, applicable to both individuals and societies. Democracy is a charming form of government, full of variety and disorder, and dispensing a sort of equality to equals and unequals alike. Plato offers a critical perspective on democracy. When there is an income tax, the just man will pay more, and the unjust less on the same amount of income. This quote touches on the nature of justice in economic matters. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. This highlights the role of belief and perception in our understanding of the world. The true lover of knowledge naturally strives for truth and is not content with common opinions. This emphasizes the philosopher's pursuit of genuine understanding beyond superficial beliefs. Musical training is a more potent instrument than any other, because rhythm and harmony find their way into the inward places of the soul, on which they mightily fasten, imparting grace, and making the soul of him who is rightly educated truly graceful. Plato emphasizes the importance of music in shaping character and the soul. In the world of knowledge, the last thing to be perceived, and only with great difficulty, is the essential form of good. This refers to Plato's concept of the form of the good, the ultimate source of truth and being. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. This quote speaks to the importance of seeking knowledge and truth, rather than shying away from it. There is no greater good than discussing virtue every day, for this is the way to attain the happiness of which you speak. This emphasizes the value of philosophical inquiry and ethical reflection in achieving a fulfilling life. The part of the soul that loves wisdom and knowledge is the rational part. This refers to Plato's tripartite theory of the soul, where reason is the highest faculty. When one's own house is burning, one doesn't discuss the fire, one puts it out. This quote suggests that in times of crisis, action is more important than discussion. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. This offers a foundational understanding of the motivations behind human actions. In politics, we presume that everyone who knows how to get votes knows how to administer a city or a state. When we are ill, we do not ask for the handsomest physician. or the most eloquent one. This critiques the democratic process of choosing leaders based solely on popularity rather than competence. The beginning of reform is not so much to equalize property as to train the noble sort of natures not to desire more, and to prevent the lower from getting more. This suggests that character development and education are more fundamental to societal improvement than simply redistributing wealth. The just man does not permit his several elements to interfere with one another, or any of them to do the work of others. He sets in order his own inner life, and is his own master and his own friend. This describes the internal harmony of a just individual, mirroring the just state. The most virtuous of men are those who content themselves with other people's vices, and who have no vices of their own. This is a somewhat ironic statement, suggesting that true virtue comes from inner goodness, not just the absence of outward bad behavior. For this is the only real slavery, the slavery of evil. This highlights Plato's view that true freedom comes from virtue and self-mastery, while being controlled by one's vices is the real form of enslavement. The excessive love of money and the love of honor are the two passions that chiefly possess mankind. Plato identifies these as powerful motivators that can often lead to societal problems. No one knows whether death, which people fear so much, may not be the greatest good. This echoes Socrates' sentiment in the Apology, suggesting that fear of the unknown, like death, might be irrational. When a man is released from his infirmity, he is pleased at first, but if his health is ruined by intemperance, the relief is soon followed by a return of evil. This analogy can be applied to societal reforms, suggesting that superficial changes, without addressing underlying issues, won't lead to lasting improvement. And so, when a tyrannical man has been a long time without his proper food, he thirsts all the more for it. This describes the insatiable desires of a tyrant, always seeking more power and gratification. There is nothing wrong with a person who has a disability, but there is something wrong with a society that makes it difficult for them to participate fully. While not a direct quote in this exact phrasing, this sentiment aligns with Plato's emphasis on creating a just and well-ordered society that caters to the needs of all its citizens, even if they have different abilities. Let parents bequeath to their children not riches, but the spirit of reverence. This emphasizes the importance of instilling moral values and respect in the younger generation. The state is by nature clearly prior to the family and to the individual, since the whole is of necessity prior to the part. This reflects Plato's organic view of the state, where the collective well-being takes precedence over individual desires. Wealth and poverty, the one is the parent of luxury and indolence, and the other of meanness and viciousness, and both of discontent. This quote highlights the potential negative impacts of extreme economic disparity on character and society. Musical training is a more potent instrument than any other, because rhythm and harmony find their way into the inward places of the soul, on which they mightily fasten, imparting grace, and making the soul of him who is rightly educated truly graceful. Plato emphasizes the importance of music in shaping character and the soul. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body, but knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. This emphasizes the importance of willing engagement in learning. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please remember to like and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more content like this.